This is kind of a goofy question, but I do think, especially when you read the quotes and you saw the postgame and all that out of Ohio State, how much do vibes matter? I know that's a very like Gen Z word, but Tennessee, in like their entire approach and mindset and everything, they just feel so comfortable. You know what I mean? They got 40,000 Tennessee fans that are going to be up there anyway. Whether that doesn't matter. This defense, it feels good, and everything around Ohio State feels awful. They are. I put a quote in the notes for you guys if you want to read it from Will Howard. They are still talking about Michigan. That game was almost 3 weeks ago, and they're still talking about how Michigan bothers them. The vibes are low.
That game, it really sucked, Howard said. It was terrible for all of us, terrible loss. But, man, we can't let them beat us twice. You still feel it, but you've got to move forward.
You still feel it? That was 3 weeks ago.
Do you remember what happened during the Ole Miss season when 2-3 weeks after the game was over, you still had Lane Kiffin making reference to LSU?
Yep.
Like, stop. You got to move on. And that's a really interesting thing you say that because, Borky, I look at this matchup and I go, I'm pretty sure Ohio State's better than Tennessee. That's a more talented roster than Tennessee. Tennessee is walking into the Horseshoe on Saturday night, and every person in orange and white, whether it is fan, coach, or player, every single one of them thinks they are winning that football game. Every one of them. And they're getting off on the whole, we're taking over the stadium, and we're going to show you what SEC football's all about, and Dylan Sampson's going to show you that he can run in the cold, and our defensive line is going to do to you what Michigan did. That's the attitude that Tennessee is carrying into that game. I haven't seen or heard from a single Tennessee person. It's like, man, I don't know. Gosh, of all the places you could go, is Ohio State really where you want to go? They don't care. They're like, you put us in. That was your fault. Now we're coming. C-Spire text line, program confidence wins games. Maybe.
Man, it's incredible how much just fan confidence, what that does for, I mean, even things like recruiting and stuff like that. But, man, you're exactly right. I saw this story that we get texted about that bars in Columbus are having to, there's like this app that you can download that you can control a jukebox without actually walking up to the jukebox. Rocky Top has been played so much, they're unplugging the jukeboxes in Columbus, Ohio. You've even got that they charted Ohio Stadium with the checkerboard thing. So they're not gonna be able to do it, but
like they're telling Tennessee fans, hey, you wear orange, you wear white. Yeah. We're gonna try it. Yeah. I think they're messing up there because there is nothing that stands out on television like that Tennessee orange.
But that confidence.
And when it's sprinkled throughout the entire stadium, it's going to look like a massive crowd.
And that confidence and that lack of confidence from Ohio State, if I were an Ohio State fan, I would be terrified if my quarterback 3 weeks later we still feel that loss when you got a playoff game coming up at home on Saturday.
That said, hey, Dad, you taking Ohio State and laying the points, or you taking the points in the Vols?
Oh, we talked about it Monday. Wrong team favored. Vols win.
Ooh,